Sat Shri Akal, Subaig ji. Welcome to Ghaint, Punjab.
Sat, thank you very much. My pleasure. Thank you for having me on.
So, your new track, tell me about it. How's it going? I see there's a lot of views. तुसी क्या कितने हुए हैं? And quite a controversial जोड़ी तुसी लित्ती हुई है which. So we'll talk about that as well. Tell me about this track.
And yeah, thank you. So the track is called Hard to Get. It's written by man of the moment Karan Aujla. Music is by I've been in the music game now for 5 years, and I'm not so keen on collaborating. It's usually when you collaborate, it's too much headache getting everybody together and like this. But I thought chalo hum aapa collaboration kar de kisi badde bande naal kar de aapa collaboration. So Jandu were in the country, and my PR team got in touch. We made the deal, and there you have it.
So both these artists that you worked with, they are very controversial in the current scene because which the AVIC they've split, and there were little things about them going on. So ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ track ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ, were there any issues coming in, or it was all smoothly done? And when was it conceptualized?
So the track was done in 2020. So if there was any controversy, there was no controversy at that particular time. But anything that happened subsequently. And to be honest with you, if anything has happened, I'm not aware of it. So this is things which I've heard from other people.
So ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸੈਟ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਕਦੀ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹਨੇ ਇਹ ਮਨਾ ਕਰਤਾ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ or something like that?
ਨਹੀਂ, to be honest with you, ਮੈਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ, ਹਨਾ. So I stick to the music. ਤੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਡੀਲ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਸੀਗੀ ਤੇ ਗਾਣਾ ਕਰ ਦੋ, ਗਾਣਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਗਾਣਾ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਕਰਤਾ ਬਸ. ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਜੋ ਹੈਗੀ ਪੋਲਿਟਿਕਸ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਜੋ ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ ਵਿੱਚ we all know ਕਿ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ, but I just focus on my work. So
okay. So Subaig ji, ਇਹ ਗਾਣਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਯਾਨੀ it is more of a now kind of song ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ we see you you're totally flashy, you wearing all those branded costumes and stuff. ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ 2016 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਗਾਣਾ was more folk, and it was more about wearing this stuff. So this transition of you from a fellow with an open dada and singing folk, and now suddenly you become that in kind of singer. So the Lord Peggy C, was it the need of the hour, or you're just being experimental?
No, definitely. I think ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਇਸ ਲਾਈਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਹਨਾ, ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੋ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨਪਸੰਦ ਗੀਤ ਸੀਗੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਹ ਗਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਹਨਾ, ਤੇ ਜੋ ਚੀਜ਼ ਮੈਂ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ, ਹਨਾ, ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਮੇਰਾ ਪਰਸਨਲ ਟੇਸਟ ਹੈਗਾ, ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਫੋਕ ਗੀਤ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਹੈਗਾ, ਹਨਾ. But as I got more serious into the industry, into the game, then ਫਿਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਖੁਦ ਸਿੱਖਣਾ ਪਿਆ that times have changed, people want different things. ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਯੰਗਸਟਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਡਰਾਈਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ ਗੇਮ। ਸੋ ਜੇ ਜੁੜਨਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਸ ਗੇਮ ਵਿੱਚ, ਨਾ ਫਿਰ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ young people ਨੂੰ ਜੁੜਨਾ ਪਏਗਾ ਨਾਲ. So that's why I had to make the transition. I'll be honest with you, it's not my preferred taste. It's not necessarily what I love to do, but I'm an entertainer and I can accommodate all tastes, so why not?
Right. So personally, you like folk more?
Definitely.
Okay. So from what I know, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ, ਬਚਪਨ ਤੋਂ you've been prompted to learn more by your parents, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹਾਰਮੋਨੀਅਮ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ and stuff that I watch. So ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਖਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ as a kid, so were the relatives used to come in and say ਕਿ ਸੁਬੈਗ ਕੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ, ਜਰਾ ਸੁਣਾ ਕੇ ਦਿਖਾਓ ਬੇਟਾ, ਚਲੋ ਹਾਰਮੋਨੀਅਮ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਓ, ਚਲੋ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹਾਂ?
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ, yeah, that was definitely something which used to happen as a family. ਮੈਂ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਵੀਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੋਨੇ ਸਿੱਖਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ, ਤੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਤਬਲਾ ਵਜਾਉਣਾ ਤੇ ਹਾਰਮੋਨੀਅਮ, ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸਿੱਖਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ, ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਗਾਉਣੇ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਜ਼ਾ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, very ਸਕੂਨ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, it was a very nice thing to do as a family together.
So you've also been into martial arts. ਤੁਸੀਂ martial arts ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ. Is it something that you were gifted from your mother? Because I had actually scrolled your mother's profile as well, and I saw that she was also being trained. So is it because of her that you've learned this, or it was like nahi sikhna hi sikhna kyunki it's as you said in one of your interviews, to give it fight back for the racism that it was there in the 70s and 80s? Was it that?
ਮੇਰੇ ਡੈਡੀ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸ਼ੌਂਕ ਸੀਗਾ ਮਾਰਸ਼ਲ ਆਰਟਸ ਦਾ, he was born in the 70s and 80s. ਉਸ time Bruce Lee ਦਾ craze ਸੀਗਾ, ਸਾਰੇ Bruce Lee ਫਿਲਮਾਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਹਨਾ। racism ਦਾ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਖਰਾਬ ਸੀਗਾ UK ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। It was very hard first generation immigrants, ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਰਦਾਰ who wore a beard and a turban, because they were singled out, because for the local people in the UK, you know, they didn't like anything foreign, and for them what could be more alien, more foreign than a beard and a turban. So Asian ਲੋਕਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ, Indian ਲੋਕਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਰਦਾਰਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਸੀਗਾ that they could defend themselves, otherwise it was very, you know, so that was in the 70s 80s. ਤੇ ਸੋ ਤਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਡੈਡੀ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੌਂਕ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ, ਉਹ ਟਾਈਕਵਾਂਡੋ ਸਿੱਖਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ, ਬਲੈਕ ਬੈਲਟ ਉਹ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਗਏ ਆਪਣੇ ਟਾਈਕਵਾਂਡੋ ਗੇਮ, ਮਾਰਸ਼ਲ ਆਰਟਸ ਗੇਮ ਨੂੰ। ਸੋ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਸ਼ੌਂਕ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ। When I was in school, I did many martial arts. I wrestled, I did taekwondo, I learned how to box, I learned how to wrestle, you know. But I think ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ martial arts ਸਿੱਖਦਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ will it work? You know, I want to test myself. So ਸੜਕ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਾਈ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਟੈਸਟ ਜਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਖੇਡ ਦੇ ਮੈਦਾਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਟੈਸਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ। That's why I decided to take the sporting route and test myself.
Right. So before I go into the cage wrestling, cage fighting thing, let me ask you this. ਜਦੋਂ ਬੰਦਾ ਨਵਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਦਾ ਨਾ taekwondo and martial arts especially, ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਉਹ ਬਰੂਸ ਲੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਕੁਝ ਤੇ ਸਿਰ ਮਾਰਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ to see whether ਮੈਂ ਤੋੜ ਸਕਦਾ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੋੜ ਸਕਦਾ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਦੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਏਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਸਿਰ ਨਾਲ ਤੋੜਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਜਾਂ ਹੱਥ ਨਾਲ ਚੌਪ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੋਵੇ? It was a big fail.
Definitely, yeah. But like Bruce Lee, one of Bruce Lee's favorite saying was that boards don't hit back. So boards ਤੋੜਨੇ, ਇੱਟਾਂ ਤੋੜਨੀਆਂ, ਇਹ ਦਿਖਾਵਾ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਡਰਾਮੇ ਨੇ ਹਨਾ। ਅਸਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ you know, that's with another human being who's also trying to fight back. I have done a little, never been my focus. Same as ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ training ਕਰਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, it's very practical, very simple, very basic. It's not an entertainment thing designed to impress. You know, it's for combat.
Right. So when you were into cage fighting, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ cage fighting ਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ is just because ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ try ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ whether I can hit somebody or not, or you wanted to try yourself out? Was that the reason why you got into it?
ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਤਾਂ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਨੂੰ ਪਰਖ। But when I went into the cage, I had so much support from ਇੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ UK ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਲੋਕ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਾਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਸੀਗੀ ਕਿ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਫਾਈਟ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਰਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਸੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਮਿਲੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਸੋ ਮੇਰਾ ਕਾਫੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਵੱਧ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ, ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਾਫੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸੀਗੀ। So as a result, I thought, fine, I'll take it professionally. So for 2 or 3 years, I just fought professionally. That's all I did, and that was my first, you know, claim to fame, you know, as a fighter.
So can you actually make a living out of it? Tell me about it. I don't know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's certainly possible, but it's difficult. You know, same as music. Yeah, you can make a living out of music, out of film, out of acting, and you can make a living out of sports. But it's very challenging and it's very unstable.
So when ਤੁਸੀਂ Bollywood ਫਿਲਮਾਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੋ?
ਬਹੁਤ ਘੱਟ।
ਬਾਲੀਵੁੱਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦਿਖਾਇਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਫਾਈਟਰਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾ ਬੈਕ ਐਂਡ ਪੋਲਿਟਿਕਸ ਬੜੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਤਨਾ ਪੈਸਾ ਲਗਾएंगे ਹਾਰ ਜਾਓ, ਇਤਨਾ ਪੈਸਾ ਲਗਾएंगे ਹਾਰ ਜਾਓ, और ये सब bloodshed and everything, it's just fake. So I mean, you tell me the reality of this whole.
ਸਭ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਚੱਲਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, definitely ਇਹ ਸਭ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਚੱਲਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਹਨਾ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ there's a famous boxer, Frank Bruno, ਉਹਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਗੱਲ ਕਹੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਕਿ the fighting game is it's basically showbiz with blood. So ਜੋ match fixing ਦੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ, ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ। It's all part of the game. It's also a dirty game, like music, like film. You know, all these things go on.
Yeah. So going from cage fighting to being a doctor, you know, train for 5 years and then you're an emergency doctor. So how does that go? Do you sing while you stitch?
No. I'm two separate characters, like Jekyll and Hyde. You know, ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ music ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ, you know, music mode ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਜਦੋਂ ਕੰਮ ਤੇ ਜਾਈਦਾ ਐਂਡ ਸੀਰੀਅਸ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਮੋਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਪੂਰੇ। ਤੇ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ
difficult is it to balance these two, because you know doctor ਕਦੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ you know wound ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਜਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹੋ ਯਾਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਗਾਣਾ ਯਾਦ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਗਾਉਂਗਾ then I'm gonna put a stage.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਂ, it's just a mindset, it's a mental shift ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਟਾਈਪ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ ਨਾਲ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਬਿਹੇਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਨਾਲ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ old behavior ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸਾਡਾ, so it's a mode change ਤੇ definitely I try to avoid working in places ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ fans ਮਿਲਣਗੇ ਹਨਾ, so for example areas ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ UK ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਲੋਕ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਹਨਾ, so ਉਹਨਾਂ ਹਸਪਤਾਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਥੋੜਾ ਪਰਹੇਜ਼ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉੱਥੇ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਥੋੜਾ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ, so I go to where there are fewer Punjabis.
So when you are into this mode, do you have friends who are like, who now we are at a easy time till break time, chal Subaig, one song from you. So do you chill out with your doctor friends like that?
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਕੰਮ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਗਾਣਾ ਆਇਆ ਹਨਾ,
Why?
It can cause problems. You have all kinds of issues. Sometimes people get jealous. Sometimes people. And sometimes you have issues of jealousy. Sometimes people maybe don't think that you take the profession seriously, the medical profession. So I try to keep both things as separate as possible.
So in the current scenario, how much of a COVID warrior have you been for the society around you?
I've been on the front line from the first day forward. It was a very scary time. I think we as doctors were very unprepared. The UK was completely unprepared for the pandemic. So yeah, I guess I've been part of the workforce and done my best.
So at this point of time, how is the situation there?
A lot better.
A lot better. Okay.
When we started off, it was genuinely scary, and then we had a second lockdown, which was even more scary. God willing, things are improving. But unfortunately for you guys, things are not looking good. So we're watching and praying for you.
Thank you. Okay, coming back to music, you have all these songs called Brothers, Teri Chutiye Nilare, She Dances, and the latest one, Hard to Get, right? So what next? What do you plan to do after this?
Just keep releasing more songs. Lots of songs in the pipeline. I can sing in English as well. I released an English song in October, Going Crazy.
Right?
Hanji? मैं Tom Jones covers gone on the kafi. The artist got Shaggy, who was popular in the 90s. These are people I listened to, when I was a kid in the 90s. But the English songs I have ready are not covers. They're ones which I've written myself.
Give me something from one of your favorites that you personally love singing when you're like sitting all alone and probably you're gloomy.
You want to hear me singing one of my Shaggy songs?
Yes, why not?
Just like a silk, Safan could me just like a quilt. I'm a lyrical lover, not equipped with a quilt with my sexual physique. You know me well, build on me. You're my well, can't you tell? I'm just like a turtle crawling out of my shell. When you captivate me body, put me under a spell. With your couscous perfume, I love the sweet smell of the lovely young girl who can ring my bell and I can't take rejection. So you tell me go to well, I'm bombastic. Tell me fantastic.
Very nice. An Indian kid has to actually mug up the lyrics for this,
Yeah. The thing is, मैं गाना ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਨਾ, ਮੈਂ ਸਿਰਫ 5-6 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗਾ, ਜਮਾ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਗਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਕੀ ਆ। ਹੁਣ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਗਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਕੀ ਆ, ਹੁਣ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੰਗ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ।
How about the other cover songs that you used to sing? Any romantic cover songs? English cover songs?
From the top of my head, I can't remember, but I used to sing a lot of Tom Jones, Not Unusual. Sex Bomb was a favorite song of mine, by Tom Jones. I have an old soul in the same way that I love old Punjabi music. I love old English music as well. So stuff from the 50s, stuff like that.
Give me something.
Let's see. Okay, Tom Jones. Spy on me, baby, you satellite. If you've ever seen me move through the night, ain't gonna fire, shoot me right. I'm gonna like the way you fight. I'll stop it there.
That's nice. So ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ enter ਕੀਤੇ ਸੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁਬੈਗ ਤਦੋਂ because you've been listening to old English songs and then you mentioned Shaggy. So ਜਦੋਂ current ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ enter ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਕਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਯਾਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਤਾਂ scene ਹੀ ਕੁਝ ਹੋਰ ਹੈ, ਇੱਥੇ ਤਾਂ demand ਹੀ ਕੁਝ ਹੋਰ ਹੈ, and how am I going to fit in because my focus is something else, and this industry wants something else. So did you ever come into that situation?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, it's the thing was when I started in the music industry, I wasn't following the music industry. By that time, my interest कितने और पास आ गया सीगा. It's my profession. I was doing MMA. So मैं पंजाबी गायकी सुनता नहीं सीगा बिल्कुल. And I had my own days, and I was so actually I learned on the spot. Popsy Baji ने मैंने सीगा फिर मैं पंजाबी covers गा के अपलोड करता सीगा. ਬਾਜੀ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਕਰੀ ਕੋਲੈਬੋਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਫਿਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਗੱਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਮੰਮੀ ਡੈਡੀ ਨਾਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਹਨਾ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ so then they decided so we set up our own record label ਲੋਕਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੋਚ record labels ਨਾਲ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਉਹ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ unless you're already a hit artist and you get fully supported so ਮੇਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੰਮੀ ਜੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ she's a business lady and Mojave Records, and we just started releasing our songs. Right. And I just released what I wanted to release. I liked soulful, cultural songs, folk songs. For us, because I'm a UK-born Punjabi. If I want a westernized track, I just listen to an English song. If I want rap, I just listen to Drake or Snoop Dogg. Because we सारे ना आपस सुनते होंगे सीगे है ना. So सारे वास्ते Punjabi गाने सुनने सानू ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਗਾਣੇ ਨਾ ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸੀਗਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ but of course ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਯੰਗਸਟਰਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਬਾਹਰ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੋ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਪਾਲਦੇ ਨੇ ਹਨਾ ਸੋ ਦਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਨੂੰ
ਸੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਰੈਕਡ ਲੇਬਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਰੈਕਡ ਲੇਬਲ that you said so ਇਹਨੂੰ ਡਿਜੀਟਲੀ ਮੈਨੇਜ ਕਰਨਾ is also a task I mean, channel उड़ जाते ने, view नहीं बढ़ते, and there's a lot of advertising things that people need to do. And at the end of the day, हर कोई जरा देखता वही कहता, भाई इधर गाने पे कितने view है क्या? पहले view दसो. And then now this recent practice of comment कितने है क्या? View पे एक नहीं है क्या? And stuff like that. So how do you deal with all that?
The chore बहुत है इस game ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, I tell you that. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਰੇ media वाले हैं ना बहुत खतरनाक. You really have to watch yourself. I'm working with Gold Media now, so I have a good relationship with them and working well with them. But I don't know what the obsession is. People are just so obsessed. कोई गाना तो सुनेगा, सारे देख रहे comments कितने हैं, likes कितने हैं, shares कितने हैं, है ना? इसी game which again सनु करना ही पड़ता है ना? We have to do it, but it's just I find it so strange because ਜੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਗਾਣਾ ਪਸੰਦ ਆਏਗਾ I don't care ਕਿ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਬੇਸ਼ੱਕ ਉਹਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਿਊ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ 20 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ 10 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ but I guess this is just a syndrome of human nature. Human beings ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਭੇਡ ਆ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਫੋਲੋ ਕਰਦੇ ਜੇ 100 ਬੰਦੇ ਕਹਿਣਗੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਵਧੀਆ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਵੀ ਉਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨਾਲ ਐਗਰੀ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ so that's human psychology. It's unfortunate but it's just a part of the game. ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਸ ਗੇਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਏਗਾ ਠੀਕ
So current scenario de vich thoda whom do you listen to? Who's your favorite besides yourself?
It's funny you used to say that, but there's a difference between being a fan and being a participant. ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਗਾਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲੀ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਕੀਤੇ ਗਾਣੇ ਹਨਾ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਫੋਕਸ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੰਮ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ so actually ਉਹਦਾ ਥੋੜੀ ਸੰਗ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਗੱਲ ਨਾ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ but ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ ਮੈਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਗਾਣੇ ਸੁਣਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹਨਾ because it's for feedback. I need to check it. Is the sound quality okay? Does it sound different to how it sounded yesterday? So yeah, because the whole artist there ਆਪਾਂ ਗੀਤ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਆ it's only just to scope out the competition, to give ਬਾਕੀ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਕਰੰਟ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਆ ਹਨਾ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਕੀ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਰਨ ਔਜਲਾ ਕੀ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਕਰ ਉਹ ਕਿਹੜਾ 뮤직 ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਿਊਸਰ ਨੂੰ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਕਿਹਨੇ ਬਣਾਈ ਹੈ ਹਨਾ ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਉਸ ਪਾਸੇ ਆਉਣ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹਨਾ which is because when I was just a pure fan that time I could connect with this song or I connected with that song. Now it's all business.
So ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ 뮤직 scene ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏ ਸੀ Subaig and you did name people like Sukhshinder Shinde in one of your interviews. So before coming into the music scene, you were probably listening to their songs. After coming into the music scene, did you ever go out for, some assistance from these people saying that Paji share kar do, help kar do, and then you were like brutally given a no on your face saying, nahi, sorry, veere, aap pata nahi karte hunde, ya veere, you will have to find somebody else for your support. So did your myths break after entering the industry?
Well, I certainly won't mention any names, but yes, absolutely. You know, I think you've read my mind like a fortune teller, and that's probably because it must just be so common, you know, for people to experience things like this. When I started, I met a lot of challenges, and I think this is a game where it is every man for himself. And कोई थोनों हाथ नहीं फड़ांदा हैगा जो भी कुछ करना थोनों आप ही करना है and a lot of people will reject you, will not support you, a lot of people will feel threatened by you. You have to be strong, so yeah, you know, I think people want you to prove yourself, and only when you've proved yourself will people support you.
So also shooting in India, how has it been for you? You know, people, especially NRIs, have these experiences to share when they're shooting with Indian teams. So please tell me, how was it like when you were shooting in Punjab for your song?
I've had mixed experiences. I'd
like to know the bad ones.
I've had some amazing experiences because I think from the point of view of an NRI coming to India to shoot, there are some amazing luxuries in India which we don't have in the UK. Now, the people that we've worked with have got huge teams. Now, in the UK, shooting a music video is a small operation. It's a very small team which will do music videos. In India, a music video is like shooting a movie. You know, so you will get a full crew, full consortium of crew. You know, especially when you're working with the likes of people like Rimpy Prince. You know, on Tinjar video in it, like movie, we have a vanity van, a makeup artist, and yeah, it feels like your wedding day or something. You know, everybody's you're the star on the shoot, and everybody's making a big fuss of you. So I've had some amazingly good experiences. And I've had some unfortunate experiences as well of thieves, basically, you know, who've taken positive, not delivered. So it's hazardous, but luckily, you know, I think experience generally has been good. My worst experiences have actually been with UK-based video directors working in India.
Oh, really?
Which I was very surprised about, you know. So again, mentioning no names, but very well-known, well-established, bona fide video directors who were supposed to be working with in India. You know, unfortunately, did some bad stuff.
Okay.
You know, so
okay.
3 years down the line, there are court cases still pending.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you've had some good time in the industry, then, I believe.
That's it.
Okay, talking about your style, sir, what is your turban style called? Have you named it something?
The turban style, I guess. I think most people will call it a UK style. However, going back in time, it's actually an African style because my dad was born and bred in Kenya. So it's a Kenyan style turban. It's a style which my father taught me. And before that, it's actually a military style. So everything is pressed. So you know, it's pressed, it's folded. You know, but they're like if press and it's a very efficient, easy way to tie it because it's formed into a strip and it's quick, very quick. So it's ideal for.
You don't really do a pony.
No. Well, we do a pony. You know, it's like I said, it's folded into a strip and then it's ironed.
And then it's ironed. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And how about how do you like your beard to be? Do you prefer it open? Because I saw it in your earlier videos, you preferred it open, and now you've kind of banni hoya dadi. Was it the needed be or what?
It's more comfortable when it's open. It's more relaxed. You know, when it's tied up or pressed, there's a bit more effort and maintenance required. But yeah, generally I'm a very relaxed guy. So if I had my way, I would just be in a tracksuit all day, every day, wearing a patka and just chilled out. Make an effort. Like I made an effort for this interview, as you can say. So
you all dressed up.
it's part of the game to make an effort. So yeah.
So how about people who are over obsessed with brands? In a music video, like you were flaunting your Gucci's and all that in the video. So was it made to do that way? Somebody guided you? Okay, आप मेरे brand दिखाओ video ताकि चले.
हाँ जी बिल्कुल brand दिखाओ, and that's what it was. Again, I've never cared for brands. To me, style and brand are two separate things. I appreciate style, color coordination, things like that. Branding, I find it a bit brash and a bit distasteful, if I'm honest. But branding is a big part of the music game. People,
yes, indeed.
In the same way as you mentioned, people look at your likes, your views, and the shares, all the things which to me musically are unimportant. People want to know, अच्छा सुबेग ने जुतियां केड़ियां पाइयां, केड़े brand पाया, केड़े accessories केड़े ने, ये वो.
Yeah.
But
that, again, you were wearing a pair of jeans that was totally ripped. Where did you get it from? Super ripped.
Yeah.
Where did you get that from?
It was actually made by a designer, and I forget who the designer was. It was actually a very, very nice pair of jeans. It's probably one of the only items which I actually kept. Most items I'll just pretend, to be honest.
Well, okay.
I'll wear it, but this particular pair of jeans was like a showpiece. So that's which I'll wear again and again.
You will wear it on the road in a normal life?
Not on the road, on stage.
Okay. How? Anji?
क्या फुकर पौने दे भी हद हुंदी है कि नहीं?
So how often do you interact with the likes of your fraternity, the music fraternity? Do you sit around with them? Do you ever get a chance to chat with them?
Not very often. No. Like I said, I didn't come from a musical family. I was never part of the music scene or the music industry. So generally for me, and to be honest with you, I prefer to keep that privacy and to be slightly disconnected. Obviously when I see people at events or at a show, then of course I will engage with them and speak to them. But socially, very, very little. Very, very small condensed team. We're a mother and son outfit. We are a mother and son record label. It's just me and my mum, and whoever I need to get in touch with, we'll do it for the duration of that project.
So, are you married, Subaig?
I'm not married now.
You're not married. So, because the moment you say a mother and a son, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਚਿੰਤਾ ਪੈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਕੁੜੀ ਲੱਭਣੀ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ then do we say ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਤਾਂ ਬੀਬਾ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਹੈ mama's boy ਹੈਗਾ? Or are you okay with that? No, I find it for myself. It's okay.
To be honest with you, I've not really thought about it too much. But I don't know. Am I a big bamunda? Am I not a big bamunda? I don't know. I think you'll have to get some references, I think.
Okay. Last two questions of mine. First, were you the one making those satirist videos 5 years ago, wherein you were making fun of people who were too extremely religious?
Well, yes. I wouldn't say that I was necessarily making fun of people who are extremely religious. It was just comedy for comedy's sake. So I've stopped doing those kind of comedy skits now.
Why?
Just having learned that a lot of people did love them, they did go viral, but the sense of humor was very British, and the culture that I come from here in the UK, anything is fair game. So religious topics are fair game, So, but obviously, as according to our Punjabi culture, how things are in India, it's very explosive, and not everybody finds it funny, So. That's why.
Did somebody ever come to you and say, "Beta, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤੇ mic ਤੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਖੜੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਮਾਫੀ ਮੰਗਣੀ ਪੈਣੀ ਹੈ for what you've done. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਪਾਪ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਪਾਪ."
I had people say that ਆਪਾਂ ਪੜਨਾ ਹੈ ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਹੱਥ ਆਇਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਗੋਲੀ ਮਾਰ ਦੇਣੀ ਹੈ.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. So
Were these people from India or they were from your UK circle?
More from India. More from India. Yeah, more from India, and it was meant to be comedy for the purposes purely of comedy. I'm a Sikh myself, a proud Sikh. So for me, insulting my own religion is not something which would ever cross my mind. But having a bit of fun and making people laugh certainly is. And that's all it was for me. And to be honest with you, the humor was actually directed towards UK audiences. But I guess when it went viral, if I was making comedy for a Punjabi audience or an Indian audience, I wouldn't have gone about it that way. But the power of the internet, we live in a small world. ਜਦੋਂ viral ਹੋ ਗਈ, ਫਿਰ I thought, oh no, this is bad.
But for you, it was okay, right? You thought it was okay. I mean, I wasn't really offending anybody. But
No, not at all. To be honest with you, when I made those skits, I actually, they were meant to be kind of private skits, just for me, my close friends, and my family. But when I put it on Facebook, just for a bit of fun, and it just caught fire, just literally went viral all over the world, and had provoked some debates as well. People politicized it. People took it into whatever angle they wanted to take it. Like how people jump on the bandwagon for whatever suits their purpose. But from my point of view, a bit of fun. It was just,
Just like a joke. Oh my God. All right. Okay. So, Mr. Cage Fighter and Mr. Doctor and Mr. Singer. Now, what do you want to do in life, which you haven't explored till now? Something that you're still waiting. कि मैं ये भी करना हूँ, मैं ये तो कर लिया हूँ. This is something on my list now.
Movies.
Movies?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to? That's very nice. So, do you want to produce your own films?
Ideally not. I am in a position to produce movies, but there's a big budget difference between making a music video and releasing a song to making a movie. And I think I need to be a bit more famous, have a bigger profile, have a bigger fan following before I can consider producing my own movie. However, if I could audition for a part and get parts that way, that would be my preference. So that's.
What kind of films, what kind of roles do you want to do?
I'll do any role, to be honest. I'm happy to do anything. Literally, yeah. I'll have a look. I can't think of many roles that I wouldn't at least consider.
So, which is that one role that's really close to your heart and you love watching in a Punjabi film that I wish I was in this role?
Which I was in this role. I like Sunny Deol, and I do like his role in Border.
All right, thanks, Subaig, for talking to us, and all the very best for your song.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
Thanks for talking again, Punjab.